Hello everybody, it's Buddy here, and today we're going to be benchmarking Lords of the Fallen. This is a Dark Souls kind of game. Not 100% sure when it came out, but it recently popped up in my radar, and today I'm going to be benchmarking the GTX 1060 3GB edition of the graphics card, which is the less powerful edition. You know, the 6GB version is definitely better, but I have the 3GB edition, so that's what I'm going to be benchmarking here today. I have the latest NVIDIA drivers, so let's jump on into the game and see if it's actually playable with such a old GPU. So to get us started here, we're going to be playing at 1080p, and we're not going to be sticking on these settings for too long because, as you can probably see here, it's not very playable at all. I am playing with the lowest settings in the game. It does say custom because the low preset actually changes the resolution scale down to like 33%, I believe. So yeah, we're playing with the lowest settings in the game with all of the extra effects turned off, and we're playing at 100% resolution scale, 1080p, and as you can see, it's not going to be playable with a 1060 like at all. We're completely GPU bound and we're only getting 20 FPS, and I don't know how much you can see of this, but it is pretty much a slideshow. It's not a good time, it's not a good experience. You can't play at 1080p native. Even at the lowest settings, you can't play like this. Now, what you can do is you could come here and lower the resolution, you know, straight here, or we could just go to the resolution scale and we can just lower this manually. So I'm going to go down to 33%, which is the lowest, which you might think would look absolutely horrific, but if I go ahead and apply these settings real quick and reset my 1% lows, you can see that we can actually play a little bit. I've not gone past this point. I've not played this game in a few days. I only played a little bit of it just to have a feel of what the game was like. But as you can see here, big stutters, a lot of big stutters. Even the GPU usage did actually drop there. But as you can see, even at 33% resolution of 1080p at the lowest settings, it's more playable, but still not. It's still not great, right? Actually forgot what key it is. It's a very weird key to press. I forgot what key it is to skip. Oh no. Oh, there we go. It's tab. That's I always get confused because my keyboard doesn't have the two arrows that go either way to show me that it's tab, so I always forget that that means tab. Yeah, it's we're gonna block real quick. Oh my god, I've not fought an enemy like this yet, so yeah, I'm not very good at this game, so don't mind me. I've not played it either, but I'm gonna try and give it a go here. Now, if you set an FPS cap at like 35, 40, it might be a lot more playable for you. Oh, it looks like he does bleed damage, so you probably don't want that to stack up too much. Oh, there we go. We got a block off. So that actually used all my stam. Oh god. How do I heal? I want to heal. I think it's I forgot which one it is. I forgot which one heals. So we're not gonna heal. We're just gonna fight him. But it's actually quite playable. Now the resolution doesn't look great. Obviously it's quite grainy. Everything is quite grainy. But if you wanted to play this game for whatever reason with this GPU, you could technically do it. 40 FPS is not bad for a game like this, in all honesty. He's healing. Shush. Okay, that was definitely like a large parry attack. It is blurry. It is a mess. But you can play. And for a GPU that is 8 years old and was budget end when it came out, you know, I don't think it's terrible. I think Dark Souls actually plays better than this in terms of like just performance. So maybe just playing Dark Souls instead would be the way to go. Just killed him on the first try, not too bad. But yeah, I think maybe trying out Dark Souls instead if you've never played that might be the better option for a GPU like this, because I do believe it plays better. But yeah, if you're willing to drop the resolution down to like 33%, you can play at like 40 something frames. So what we'll actually go ahead and do is we'll try out oh my god, there's no actual pause mechanic in this game. I didn't realize. And just for the sake of it, we're going to try out 720p instead of using 1080p at the 33% resolution scale. We'll just try out 720p and see how this looks at 100% lowest settings. The FPS seems pretty similar, but it looks less grainy. We'll reset our 1% lows. So yeah, 720p honestly might be the way to go. Now he's got a health bar. I don't know what I did, but I've done it. I wasn't paying any attention. which does not help when you're actually trying to play a game. This is definitely a kind of game where you need to pay attention to the tutorial. But the actual CPU usage is quite high as well, but it looks like it should be pretty much always GPU bound here, even with such an old CPU. It's just the fact that the GPU is not powerful enough, basically, to push the frames. And also our RAM usage is quite low as well. So if I had a little bit of a better GPU, no doubt I could get 60 frames in this game. But as it stands, this GPU is not really good enough to play this game at high frame rate. Now, Dark Souls 1 was released at 30 FPS, and people play that totally fine at 30 frames. And so I don't see why you couldn't play this game at 40 FPS, 35 FPS. Is it the best experience? No. But you can technically play it. And so I think that's pretty cool, considering it's an 8-year-old GPU. You can technically play it. Yeah, the game will let me fall off there and die, so we're not gonna do that. But I think that's gonna be it for the benchmark here today. I don't feel like I need to benchmark too much. There's not too much to cover here in this specific game with this specific GPU. It's simply not that powerful, and I think 720p is a good balance between how it looks and performance. It doesn't look great, but then again, these dark, gritty Souls-like games usually don't have the best graphics anyways, and they usually are on the darker end, so it kind of covers up a lot of the, you know, the detail and stuff anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, you could totally play at 720p and have some fun with this, with a card like this. So go ahead and have a go if you want at this game with this GPU. It's not the worst experience. That's very jarringly different light quality or light setting, but anyways, that's gonna do it for today. I'll catch you in the next benchmarks. Hopefully this gave you some help if you're interested in this game and you're on a budget end, or you're thinking about getting a budget PC to play games like this. Yeah, this card's not ideal, but you can still have some fun with it. So yeah, until next time guys, take care of yourselves and goodbye for now.